Welcome everyone, and what is it?
Victory Monday, let's go!
There we go. What was it last week? I forgot what that one was. What was that last week? Look Ahead Monday? That worked.
Don't worry about it.
That was good.
Don't worry about it.
Because today is...
Victory Monday!
There we go. We love Victory Monday. Welcome. It is our usual Monday night stop. It's the Cowboys Hour, and we thank you very much for being with us. Those of you who have come here to join us at the Ford Center on the South Concourse here at the Star, or if you're listening to us anywhere on the Dallas Cowboys radio network or watching us on DallasCowboys.com, we are delighted to have you. And we always remind you that this is our regular Monday night stop every Monday night of the Cowboys season except when it's not. Like next week. Mm-hmm. No show next week because the game's on Thursday. And it's just too much to ask the players to play Sunday and then have someone come in. They're going to be working all day Monday instead of what they usually do and then come in. So no show on Monday. But we will have one the next Monday. Yes, but you say the game is on Thursday again. So why can you have one on that Monday? And that's because they will be on a 7-day schedule. So we will think it's Monday, but they will think it's Thursday. Are we thoroughly confused? Excellent. That's what happens on Victory Monday. It's Victory Monday, Shannon.
Let's go!
We like Victory Monday. Our very special guest.
You picked a good one this week, Brad. Good for you.
I've had some pretty good luck.
Yeah, good for you.
I mean, we were pretty lucky with Jourdan Lewis. Mm-hmm. That was good, and we've had a couple of other ones we've had. But this week we picked the guy who was probably the Cowboys' defensive player of the game. Mm-hmm. A guy who, we've known since he came into the league when the Cowboys drafted him in 2017. The great Jourdan Lewis, he is humble, he's affable, he's easy to get along with, and he's not here yet. Because he'll be here in a minute. He's just on his way. So we really don't lock these guys up because we can't, like, weeks and weeks in advance because there's too many mitigating factors. But it just seemed to make sense that because Jourdan's been playing really well, and then yesterday was exceptional for Jourdan and for Dorrance Armstrong.
Yeah,
so you're on the field during the games, shooting your pictures and socially mediaizing and doing the what did you observe? Did you, for instance, observe that someone had opened a can of monkey butt?
I did, yes.
Has anybody heard about that yet? Tell the people. Do you know? You know what that is?
No.
So apparently...
I thought I did, but I don't know if I do,
Well,
Brad.
Apparently, this all came up at Mike McCarthy's press conference today. Apparently, I don't know how liberal I can get on our airwaves, but...
Give it a shot.
I'm going to. It's going to be delayed everywhere, right? It's not only live for the people here, and it's Victory Monday. You people don't care what we say.
Get the button ready, Ted.
So it is live on the network? Oh, welcome to everybody on the Dallas Cowboys radio network. They're thrilled it's Victory Monday. So apparently Mike McCarthy, last week following the Denver game, which we all remember, declared that this past week then, following Denver, was going to be in the Pittsburgh vernacular where he grew up, and also something I heard a lot in the military. It was going to be what they called Red Ass Week, because when something happens that displeases you, you get a case of the red ass. That's what they say.
Okay.
So McCarthy knew, or somehow was led to, and you can Google this and look it up. It's also all over Twitter. There's a product. If you are chapped and chafed and need to be relaxed and put in a better humor, and it's called
monkey butt.
Monkey butt.
Okay.
Eliminate monkey butt, and he put up a big slideshow form, a PowerPoint presentation with the pictures of the cans of Eliminate Monkey Butt. So he opened up a big old can of monkey butt.
All right.
And look what happened.
Look what I I'll take it every week.
It got us here to Victory Monday.
Yes, it did.
Did it not? Okay.
In astounding fashion, and I think they needed to win that game exactly like they did.
Sure.
After the week before.
Now, frankly, that was the right team to play under those circumstances. Physical, not that there's anything. Atlanta had just beaten New Orleans in New Orleans, but the physical matchup was the right one. And then they'd opened up a can of monkey butts. So
you just like saying that, don't
I kind of do, actually. I kind of do. So, Ted, we're going to take a break. Let's just alert our network stations that we're several minutes early, but momentarily, the Defensive Player of the Week, Jourdan Lewis, is going to be sitting right there. He's going to appear as though by magic, and probably by the time we get back on the Cowboys Hour. We'll be right back after we tell you that when it comes time to shop for tailgate favorites, we would like you to go to Albertsons and Tom Thumb. And why is that?
Because you get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Brad, you can leave straight from the booth because I know you wear your Jourdan Lewis jersey.
Well, I will
on
next
Sundays.
week. Yeah, I will next week.
And Albertsons and Tom Thumb, they are the official supermarket and the pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
And we're also brought to you by Lucchese, the official bootmaker of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And we will be right back with Jourdan Lewis on the Cowboys Hour.
Back to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and Omni Hotels and Resorts.
To the Ford Center, to the South Concourse specifically of the Ford Center at the Star, Brad Sham, Shannon Gross, and as we promised, the empty chair has magically turned into the Cowboys Defensive Player of the Week, Jourdan Lewis.
Let's go, J. Lou.
What's going on, y'all?
Welcome to the
Thanks
show.
for coming.
Appreciate it. It's been a long time.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for having that game yesterday when we knew you were coming already.
Yeah.
I made a lot of people on Twitter mad because I'm in the habit of every time the guy who's coming on the show the next night makes a play, which I said, by the way, he's going to be our guest on the Cowboy Hour tomorrow night.
So you said that a lot yesterday.
I said that a lot yesterday. Broken up by Jourdan Lewis. By the way, babe, have I mentioned that Jourdan Lewis is going to be at the So here he is, Jourdan Lewis. So is that your best game ever?
I don't know.
Did it feel like it?
No.
What felt like your best game ever, just off the top of your head?
As a Cowboy?
Yes.
Probably
This is not the Michigan
I mean-
State Hour, okay? This is the Cowboy Hour.
I mean, probably the Saints game in 2018. Because I didn't really expect to play that much, and I was just like, I had a major role in that, so it felt pretty good.
Picked off Drew Brees to seal
Hall
the
of
game,
Famer,
win
so,
the
yeah.
game. Yeah, I remember that. So here's what Dan Quinn, your defensive coordinator, said about you today.
You have to have excellent quickness and tackling ability because the nickel almost plays like in some linebacker roles at times. And so those were the attributes that I saw from him to say, man, what a good role he's going to have. But I just felt his intensity, his urgency in the game, and you never know who's going to be the one to kind of set it off. But I thought J.K. had a good hit on a play down in the red zone that, against Gage that, was a good hit, kind of turned it. But Jourdan, I just felt his urgency, intensity all day.
That's what the boss said.
Yeah. I mean, so last week, we had a shellacking.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just like emphasizing our standard, and I felt like, I took that to heart, and I was just like, it's time. It's time to, establish that dominance that I know I can. So.
All right, well, speaking of last week, and then we'll get away from it, but to kill time while we were waiting for you to make your theatrical entrance since you had such a great game, I was trying to explain to the people what Coach McCarthy told us about Monkey Butt today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So can you just tell us what that was like from the players' perspective? What day was that? Was that Saturday night or was it early in the week?
Oh, no, it was the entire week. He
Okay.
had Monkey Butt in the locker room.
Oh, he had it in the locker room.
It was really in
Did
the
he have
locker
like
room.
cans of Monkey Butt?
No, yeah, it was really in the locker room.
Yeah. Did anybody use it?
I don't know. I seen powder on the floor. So I ain't seen nobody put it on. They had it.
Did you put it on?
No, I don't need it. I don't need it.
You're just above that. Why does that stuff work? Why do those things distract you in a good way and make you?
I mean, it just shows you that he's down to earth, and he's trying to make it as as fun as possible. This is very stressful what we do, and he just tries to make it a fun work environment every single day, and and try to push us every day at the same time. I mean, it's who he is, and that's what makes him a great coach, and especially for the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, let me back up from the first question I asked you about whether that was your first game, your best game. Is this your best year?
Oh, it feels like it. It feels like everything is aligning for me right now, and I feel like I've been playing consistently to the point to where I can say like I'm one of the best slots in the NFL. So honestly, I feel like it.
Fifth year. There have been some years when it felt like you were, or at least the coaching staff, whoever it might have been at the time, was treating you like a round peg in a square hole, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody seemed to want to figure out what's happened with this staff to bring out the very best that we've seen in you as a professional.
He's just DQ and Joe Witt. They just said he's like, we're gonna let you go out there and play. That's pretty much it. And they just have faith in me. They put me on the field and let me go. So we got complete faith in you, and we believe in what you can do. And that's pretty much what happened. So I mean, he says that to everybody. I mean, but as you can see, we got guys that can go out there and play and do that, and that's just what you need. You just got to believe in yourself, and especially when you got a staff like that you can believe in, it helps a lot too.
Your belief in yourself, when you came out of Michigan State, You were one of the top corners in the country.
Brad, back up a little bit.
You can't do that.
You
Brad.
got to leave the state off that, or he might come across me. And
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, man.
That's a big no, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to rip this place up. No. I don't want to do that.
I just wanted to see if you're paying attention. When you came out of Michigan, you were one of the best corners in the country. You were one of the top-ranked cornerbacks in the country in your draft class, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So why has it taken so long for the staff to appreciate what you have and bring out what seems to be the best in you? And it's not been the same staff, as we've said all these years.
I mean, it's like their priorities. You know, you have a first-round draft pick, you have a second-round draft pick, which I love. They're my dear friends, Taco and Cheeto. Those are my guys. But they have priorities. When you slot these guys, you have things that you want to prioritize. And I feel like that's what they did. You know, they had the guys that they wanted, and I mean, they tried to roll with it. So I mean, it's just. I was the odd man out. So it's just how it goes in this league, and that's, you know, with the number game is crazy here. So I mean, you just gotta, like I said, you gotta believe in yourself.
But you got a second contract here, and Cheeto didn't.
That doesn't mean Cheeto can't. Look, he's doing an amazing job.
No, Cheeto's playing well in Cincinnati.
He's doing real good.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about Cheeto. You've pointed out that one possibility was he was a second-round pick. Mm-hmm. You were a third-round pick. So I just heard you suggest that because he was drafted higher, Taco's a different position, so I'm not even worried about that, and I'm still mad about them not drafting J.J. Watt or T.J. Watt anyway. So, but that's neither here nor there. You brought it up, but you were the one who they gave a second contract, not Cheeto.
I mean, it was just, you know, what we did, and we did different things. Right. Cheeto played outside corner, I played slot corner, and it just what fit with Dan Quinn's defense and what he saw and what he envisioned his defense to look like.
And you're about a half a linebacker now too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in the box a little bit. Yeah, he got me tackling.
Are you big enough to be down in the box?
Probably not, but I mean, I just got paid to do, so I got to go out there and do.
What do you like? What part of game day do you like the most? Is it the actual game? Is it the build up to the game? Is it what do you like? The prepreration for the game?
It's just the mental part that, you know, just messing with yourself, telling yourself to shut up when you down yourself. It's crazy. It's like how much we go into and prep and stuff like that, and then on the game day, it's just like you like second guess it all. And
really?
Then, everybody does it, but it's just like the best. Always just like they believe in it. They believe in that. And that, like, just fighting with myself and telling myself, you know, go to the next play, believe in yourself. I mean, and when you play, when it pays off and you play well, I mean, it's the best feeling in the world. So.
The interception was kind of like a maraschino cherry on the Sunday, wasn't it, after all the breakups and tackling bigger guys?
Yeah, AB actually told me, he's like, you coming next. You about to get the next pick. And he actually helped me get the next pick. So, I mean, it was pretty special. I mean, he's been having a season for himself too. I mean, he's been playing great, and I'm happy for him. I mean, he definitely deserves it. And, I mean, it's just amazing to see where we are.
What do you feed Jourdan Curse on game day?
What do we feed him?
Because he's been on this show, and he was the nicest, most polite person. Uh-huh. And then I get down on the sideline on game day, and he's like a caged dog, man. He is.
No, yeah.
He goes to another. It's like a switch.
It is. I mean, he's the most soft-spoken person like you will ever meet, honestly.
Until
he get on that field, and it's crazy. It's nuts. I mean, it's like he keeps his head down. It's crazy. I swear, he does not talk like that off the field. And I mean, he's just the nicest guy until, you know, we get on that field.
And he started actually breaking you guys down pregame a little bit, and then Dak stepped in and did it this week.
Yeah.
Was there like did he say, hold on, I got this one?
No, whoever goes in there first and got the courage to talk in front of the team, because that's usually what we look at when we, you know, have a good game or bad game. We broke it down. So whoever got the courage to go up in front of those guys and get the job done. So.
All right, let's talk about what's going on with your defense. The saying that comes to my mind is the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, particularly without Tank and without Randy and Gallimore. I mean, there's a lot of good players. You and AB are the best examples I can think of, and Curse, who's been with 2 other teams. The best example I can think of guys who were thought to be good players. Nobody was going to jump up and down about having them or not having them, and all of a sudden, look at how you are playing. Look, and it's not all of a sudden. We've seen this from you as someone who's broadcast every one of your professional games. We've seen this from you. We've seen it from Anthony. But there's something about the way you've all come together that you're playing like a bunch of all-stars.
Yeah.
So what's up with that? What's going on with that? And how much is that confidence kind of turning into its own animal that's breeding from week to week?
I mean, we talked about it in OTAs. Coach Quinn talked about, our standard in which we're gonna play. He put us together and he told us day one, I believe in all of you guys. I believe we can be one of the best defenses, in the league, and we just gotta put our heads down and do the work because nobody's gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, you could say I saw it coming, but nobody saw our defense being, as productive as it is. But Coach Quinn did. And, that's just a testament to, his belief in his system and the guy that he is and the guys he got around him. Coach Witt, Coach Al. Those guys do an amazing job going out there and preparing us to go out there and do our best job.
Now, the next challenge, the challenges get harder, but you're not going to get any easy opponents if you make it past 17 games anyway, so that's okay. But the next one, it will be a little bit of a measuring stick for a defense, I would think. What are your thoughts about playing them?
They're extremely explosive. They have guys at every position that can get it done. You saw that last night. Those guys can go. The Mahomes, he's a MVP candidate. You can see how he played, bounce back, and it's crazy. Everybody seems to get their stuff together when they play the Cowboys or before they play the Cowboys. But they're a great team. I know they had a shaky start, but they're a great team and their defense is good. They got playmakers. So like you said, it's going to be a good matchup.
Let me ask you one more thing before we take our next break. And then Shannon's going to grill you within an inch of your young life. It seems to me that, complimentary football gets talked about all the time. It's what every team, since you first picked up a ball, talks about. This team in particular, it seems to me that you guys play better when you get help from the other side of the ball. And it changes the way that the offense you're facing has to play. So I've been asked what happened against Denver. I said, well, I'll tell you what happened against Denver. They didn't get any help from the offense. If you look at how the game started against Denver, there was a sack. There was a tackle for a loss on the first possession. You guys went out and made some plays. But they then could, because the offense had its rare bad day, Denver could go out and play however it wanted to play instead of you being able to know that they were one-dimensional. So, do you feel like it's just the nature of the sport now or something about the way this team is built that it seems like the better your offense plays, the better you guys play?
When I think about it, when I think about complimentary football, it doesn't have to be, every week basis. It can be, sometimes the defense steps up, a few weeks or sometimes the offense steps up. And I feel like we have the pieces to do on both things, on both sides of the ball. So, it could be one single game where we're playing amazing and then we help the offense and they help us and now the opposing offense is playing behind. Or it could be like a game in Minnesota where, we start off slow on offense and defense, and then one side says, okay, let's pick it up, and then, something like that. So, it doesn't have to be, every single game or a weekly basis. It can be, some stints where we play real good or some stints where they play real good. So.
Yeah, and that is actually very true. Minnesota and the Chargers are two great examples of games that you won where you guys had to kind of keep you in it until the offense could find a way to score the points. And do you agree with some of your offensive teammates? I've heard talk about this being the most unselfish team on which they've played.
Yeah, I can believe that for sure. I mean, you look at the way we rotate on defense. Some of those guys, especially at safety and linebacker, they come in and out. They switch their green dot. Who's calling the plays, and it's amazing. It's amazing to see those guys go out there, and I mean they're ultra competitive, but they go out there and do their job and do their part for the defense or on the offense, like you said, and they just want to win.
We asked Curse about this, and then we will take the break. The thing that's most surprising to me about the defense is the number of guys, I think there were 8 of them, who came from other teams, not just rookies. That's one thing you would bring in a bunch of rookies. But you had 8, I think it was 8 different guys who had played for other teams, who had to come in and kind of coalesce and join with those of you who had been here and form a unit. How hard was that?
It's crazy. It happened like seamlessly. Like in OTAs, they came in. It wasn't a hiccup. It wasn't like we played like we knew each other for a long time. Of course, I mean we got to know each other even more as the season went on. But I mean it seemed seamless the way Dan Quinn and everybody put it together.
I'm kind of looking forward to the second half we're in the second half of the season now. By the way, we reached the second half of the season at halftime yesterday.
Yep.
This could be a fun second half of the season.
Definitely. I mean, we got the schedule to see, see where we are for sure.
Yeah, okay. So Jourdan Lewis is here tonight. I'm excited. It's and why? What is it?
It's Victory Monday, Brad.
Let's go.
Let me tell you real quick before we go that the Omni Frisco Hotel, which, Jordan, did you know that that's right there? The Omni Frisco Hotel?
Really?
Yeah. You might have stayed there once or twice, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Kick off your stay at the official hotel like Jourdan Lewis does of the Dallas Cowboys with style. Cool off in the elevated pool, savor upscale comfort food and neighborhood services, and enjoy all the dining and entertainment options the Star has to offer. Visit omnihotels.com/Frisco to learn more and turn the next home game into a weekend getaway.
Jourdan Lewis is our special guest on the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, and we'll prove that it's the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour when we come back.
To the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and Omni Hotels and Resorts.
And welcome back, Brad Sham, Shannon Gross, our very special guest, the Cowboys defensive star, Jourdan Lewis. He's part corner, he's part linebacker, he's part magician. Even though it'll probably be Victory Monday again next week, don't come here. Well, you can come here. You're welcome to come here.
They won't let you in.
They probably won't, and we won't be here because it's Thanksgiving week, short week, no show next Monday night. No Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, and those of you, especially those of you who are joining us later on DallasCowboys.com, you can see this is not a prop, by the way. This is a real, actual Miller Lite. I'm now jealous because that is Shannon's
Ice cold
Miller Lite. And why is it, Shannon, that you have that Miller Lite right now?
Because it's now time, Jourdan, for the Miller Lite moment of the show where Brad actually lets me talk for a second. So this is a little thing that we started this year, really because I was totally unprepared for the first show and had no idea what I was doing. So I got on the Wikipedia page of whoever our first guest was, and I just did a little fact check. So we're going to do a little fact check with you. I go to Wikipedia, and you keep me straight, and if something's wrong...
You can change those facts.
That's right. I'm going to go back and change it for you, so you don't even have to do any of the dirty
Oh,
work.
wait. Have you ever changed your or anyone else's Wikipedia facts?
No, I never.
Have you ever read your Wikipedia page? Okay, good, because I'm going to read it to you. All right. You stop me whenever I say something wrong.
All right.
I'll make a note. I'll go change it, and I'm going to take a sip of Miller Lite just to document the moment.
I got you.
Okay.
Why don't you take one now?
Okay, hang on real quick.
Yeah. I'm so jealous right now.
All right. It says Jourdan Julian Lewis was born August 31st, 1995.
Yes, but my full name, my mom gave. I got a family middle name, and my whole name is extremely long.
Well, wait, come on with it.
So
What is
it's Jourdan Julian K. Cornelius Lewis.
Okay, well, that's two.
That's two slugs of Miller Lite right there.
Yeah.
All right, but we got the birthday right. So it says you're an American football cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys of the National Football League.
That's kind of redundant, ain't
A
it?
little bit, yeah. It says you played college football at Michigan State.
Why y'all doing this?
I just had to check, just because I was thirsty.
I was thirsty.
Yeah,
No,
now
you went to
he's throwing the game now. Just so you know.
I'm gonna slow down on the drinking, but you went to Michigan where you were named first team All-American and first team All Big Ten in 2015 and 2016.
Yes.
Okay, you were drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the third round of the 2017 NFL Draft. Mm-hmm. You and Lano Hill anchored. He's where? Seattle now?
He was in Carolina.
Carolina, okay. Mm-hmm. Anchored the Cass Technical Defensive Backfield that won back-to-back 2011 and 2012 Michigan High School Athletic Association Division I championships.
Yep, I was going to see if he would say Division I. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Because if he'd said Division II, he'd have had to take another.
Yeah.
Lewis accepted a football scholarship from the University of Michigan. As a freshman, you appeared in 13 games. Mm-hmm. Okay. As a sophomore, you appeared in 12 games and started 7, and you were named a starter in the third game of the season.
Yes.
Okay. As a junior, you started 13 games. There's a bunch of numbers here. And then it says 2 interceptions, 20 passes defensed. You ranked third in the FBS, and you also averaged 25.2 yards on kickoff returns. Mm-hmm. You still want to do kickoffs?
No, it's because, Jabril Peppers, he kind of ruined that for me.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Because we played Penn State. We just played Penn State, and they had a big kicker, and his name was, I forget his name. It was like something Julius. And
big
Jabril,
kicker. Julius big kicker.
He was running down the field, like barreling down, and I'm running, and Jabril whiffed him, like completely missed him. Like he said, like I didn't even see him. Like no, but you could see he tried to hit him, and like he hit me, and my helmet like flew off, and I had like an AC joint. Like I sprained my AC joint.
The kicker.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah. Oh my God.
Did you not hear the end of that?
Nah.
In the team
I
meetings?
I still don't. Yeah, I got hit by a kicker.
And as a senior, it says you missed the first 3 games with injuries to your back, hamstring, and quad. But through the first 10 games of the 2015 season, you had 20 pass breakups, which set a new school record. You ranked second among all players in the NCAA Division I FBS with 21 passes defended, and you set a single-season school record with 21 pass breakups in 2015.
Yes.
That's all true? Okay.
Yes.
And following the 2015 season, you were named All Big Ten Defensive First Team by both the media and coaches. You also were named a first-team All-American by USA Today and Sports Illustrated.
Probably. I don't remember that.
Okay. Close enough.
I don't remember that.
I won't change that one. We'll leave that one there. And during the 2016 season, you were targeted 31 times. This is pretty impressive, allowing 74 yards with 14 total yards after the catch.
I don't know, because my last game against Florida State was bad.
Maybe they just didn't add that one in.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully they didn't add that one in.
And following the 2016 season, Lewis was named the Tatum Woodson Defensive Back of the Year, and was once again named to the All Big Ten Defensive First Team by both the media and coaches. You were also named a first-team All-American by the Walter Camp Football Foundation, Associated Press, Sporting News, and Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, this kind of uncomfortable, man. All this gloating.
I know, but hey, the people need to know, man. These are the things they want to know.
Yeah.
These are a lot of recognitions and awards that you got.
In college.
In college. Well, there's one here that says in middle school, this is the last one. In middle school, you were named Detroit Regional Tap Dance Champion for 3 years in a row.
Tap dance. I tried tap dance when I was 5. I did. You thought that was gonna be?
I completely made that up.
Yeah. See, look, yeah. My mom, she brought me there.
So mom's
and
verified.
I was 5 years old, and it was tap dancing. I'm like, oh my God, I was intimidated.
And you just were out after one class, or did you stick with it a little bit?
I peed on myself.
All right, well that
Shannon, you deserve a Miller Lite.
You know what? That's
for
an
that.
ender right there. That's our Miller Lite moment of the show. Thank you, Jourdan, for playing along.
There it is.
That was true. I not fabricated at all. I peed on myself.
I did not think you were going to make that up. I really kind of think that if you said that, I believe that really, really happened. And have you tap danced since?
No. It's collecting dust, those little shoes.
But with bigger shoes, I mean, when you were a rookie, did they still have like rookie talent shows?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, you could have brought out tap shoes and tap danced for the rookie talent show.
No, traumatic. Couldn't see no more tap shoes. No more tap shoes.
Did you have to do like a crazy haircut or anything like that? What all did you have to do when you were a
we
rookie?
just had to. I had Orlando Scandrick, and so he was a little bit demanding, but he just wanted his chicken on time, and that was about it.
Because you have to pick the food up for the plane, right?
Yeah, that's all he.
But the hazing, the hazing could get out of hand. But that was pretty much gone by the time you came into the league, right?
Yeah, they threatened to put our stuff in the cold tub, but we never had to go that far. We did what they said to do. So.
Okay.
Did you ever have to tackle Zeke at Ohio, when Michigan played Ohio State?
No, he ran past us a lot. Yeah. No, I don't think I ever tackled him.
Who's the toughest guy you've ever had to tackle, either in the pros or college?
Ever? Probably Marshawn Lynch when we played him in 2017. He was an extremely hard runner. You see it on TV, but it's like when he put it on you, it's different.
You can feel it?
Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel it for sure.
I have a kind of a theory that it's almost impossible to play defensive back in the NFL now. The rules just don't let you look cross-eyed at them. I mean, you can't, you can barely tackle them. You certainly can't do what defensive backs used to do to receivers 30 years ago. Do you feel the same way? How do you know what within the rules of technique and the rules of the game it's okay for you to do?
When the ref don't call a flag, that's probably about it. You get away with anything if they don't throw a flag. It's not illegal if they don't throw a flag. So I mean, that's what we kind of do. And I mean, we getting paid for it. We getting paid well for it. If you're good at it, you get paid well. So that's what our coaches say. Like if you know what I'm saying, you got a tough matchup, that's what we pay you to do. So that's just what it is.
So there was a lot of conversation today, both in talking to Coach McCarthy and to Dan Quinn about, looking ahead to this week, about the need to plaster on the receivers. Just tell the people about that a little bit. It sounds like, yes, let's just stay close to him.
Yeah.
Because you're a pro, he's a pro, you'll just stay close to him, and then the ball comes in and you'll knock it down or intercept it. But most of the time, it goes the other way.
Yeah.
They catch it most of the time.
But, Coach McCarthy always talks about it. He always harps on, playing above the 2.3. And that's, the normal shot clock of a normal play. That's probably 2.3 seconds is a normal play when the quarterback isn't scrambling or it's just a run play. So he says always excel over that. So we always work it. We work scramble drills. From his background, we had Aaron Rodgers, one of the best guys that did the scramble. So it's just like the offense works it. We work against it. So that's built in our foundation of what we do in practice. So that's we pretty much trying to get that ready. It's even though you playing a different opponent, they are tough. That's always tough. It's tougher to do than say it is. But we practice it all the time. So.
Does Tyreek Hill ever go in the slot?
He goes everywhere.
So do you ever sit and look at film of Tyreek Hill and say, nah, I ain't cover you. Someone else cover him. No. I ain't covering him.
Like I said, it's my job. We got to do it. And if I said, if the ref doesn't call it, it's not illegal. So.
So is part of learning how to be a veteran defensive back in the NFL, learning where that edge is, learning what things you can do, like with your hands, and position your body so that the official can't see it, and that kind of thing?
Yeah. Like you said, it's impossible. You can't just run up the field like this with Tyreek Hill. You got to touch him. You got to touch him. You got to touch a lot of these receivers. There's these guys are extremely talented at what they do, like Amari Cooper. We try to put our hands on him all the time. It's harder than what it seems to be, but it's that's just our job, and we have an amazing guy. Amazing receiving core to work against. So it always helps when you got guys that's all pros, across the board at receiver. So that's as good as it gets.
All right. When we come back, I do want to have you tell a little bit about what the specific things are that you have to learn to play in the slot as opposed to outside, and then we will move the microphone and we'll put it right there in front of our studio audience, and they will ask questions of the great Jourdan Lewis on the Cowboys Hour.
And if you want to use what the pros use, Jack Black is the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit getjackblack.com today.
And Shannon's going to have a little more Miller Lite. We'll be back with the tap dancing Jourdan Lewis on the Cowboys Hour.
the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and Omni Hotels and Resorts.
And we are also brought to you in part by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, the official pizza of the Dallas Cowboys. This is the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. I'm Brad Sham with Shannon Gross and our very special guest this week, the Cowboys' secret tap dancer, Jourdan Lewis. What a game Jourdan Lewis had yesterday. What a game. And before we take some more questions, some questions from the audience. So, you unhesitatingly identify yourself now as a slot corner. Mm-hmm. I remember there were times in your first couple of years, even though they moved you into the slot, and you would say, yeah, but I'm a corner. I don't want to be, I'm not just a slot corner. I'm a corner. I can play anywhere. And so now it sounds like you've embraced playing in the slot.
I mean, but people don't understand how much that name, how much it is, how much it holds, like how much you have to do, all the responsibilities. I mean, I didn't even know, so I was just like, I was taking it for granted. I mean, but it's definitely a privilege to be in the slot, especially when somebody says like, you are our guy, because that means that they believe in you in the degree. Because
the guy that the other team, the receiver that they're putting in the slot is probably one of the guys they most want to throw to and get open because it takes a certain skill set to play in there and therefore to cover in there.
Of course, yeah.
So, what's the key? What's the secret? What's a good slot corner have to have?
I mean, you have to have instincts. You definitely got to be able to tackle. You got to understand the game. You got to understand, how they want to attack you. You got to understand, like the basics, the fundamentals of the offense. How they do things, who they use, and where they use them. And it's basically like a linebacker. I wouldn't say it's as hard as linebacker, but I mean it's basically like linebacker safety. But you have to cover too. So it's really a complicated position.
And how much harder is it when you play a guy like Mahomes who doesn't even care which hand he throws the ball with?
Yeah, it's extremely hard. I mean, especially when you got a ambidextrous quarterback that has all those pieces around him. That has all those guys that can get it done, like Travis Kelce. Kels. He came out and said his name was Kels.
Oh, he says it's Kels?
Yeah, didn't he? I think it was pronounced Kels.
I think he said that last year or something.
Yeah,
really?
Kels. And
really?
Tyreek Hill, all of those guys can get it done. So, I mean, it's extremely hard to go up against some guys like that have chemistry and can definitely go out there and get it done.
I'd never heard that. I'm glad you told me that because I have a feeling I may be saying his name a few times Sunday.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Unless I say that pass was intended for Kels and broken up by Curse or Lewis or something like that. Okay, let's get some questions out here. Corey, you're first. Thanks.
What's up, Jordan? My name is Corey. Yesterday's game, I felt like your third down and fourth down PBUs set the tone on the defense. But can you just talk about how you have to, it's like a certain timing you have, like how you broke up the pass, because like Brad was saying, sometimes the refs can be a little ticky-tacky with calling defensive pass interference on y'all. I
mean, Coach McCarthy does an amazing job showing us, what type of crew we have, what type of referee crew we have. So if they call it tight or if they call it, they don't let us play, he lets us know. So that's definitely where we gauge how we play our coverages and our techniques. But, I mean, like you said, it's definitely hard, and you got to think about that. You got to have it in mind to always have your technique and, just understand what's a pass breakup and what's holding.
I have a question before we get to our next fan question. Mm-hmm. Yesterday after the game, as you were walking off the field, I don't know if anyone saw this. Yeah. I did because I was down there trying to do my job and get you guys to say things to my cell phone. And you kept gravitating towards where they go into their locker room, and someone else was gravitating towards where we walk into our locker room.
Trying to portray me as this type of guy,
What was going on with that? Was there some kind of beef going on after the game?
What was happening?
Yeah, I mean, it was just chippy during the game. I'm known to be feisty out there. So, I mean, it was just what it was. It was just, healthy competition, and they didn't like it. So, yeah.
You don't talk any mess out there on the field, do you?
Not to where somebody would want to fight me after the game.
Well, what's the line of mess that you can talk?
I don't talk about anybody's family. I don't talk about anything, really personal. Like if they're going through a tragedy, I don't do any of that. But that's about as I guess like a baseline as I get. I mean, everything else is fair game for me.
Okay, well, let's pretend. What's your name, questioner? What's your name?
Oh, not the little kid.
What's your name, young man?
Colton.
Colton. How old are you, Colton?
10.
Let's pretend Colton's in the slot.
Okay.
And you are lined up over Colton.
Yep.
And Colton's looking you dead in the eye, and he's not saying anything because he knows where the ball's going, and he knows it's coming to him.
Better have good grades, Colton.
That is not.
Yeah,
That's not what you'd say.
I mean, yeah, I would say that to Colton. I know. I'm pretty sure that is intimidating.
You think that would throw him off?
Yeah.
What Colton? Do you play football?
Yeah.
And if a guy lined up across from you and said, "Boy, I hope you're getting good grades," would that throw you off?
Yes.
I stand corrected again. Okay, Colton, it's your turn. Go ahead.
My question was, what was your favorite Dallas Cowboy player when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, it was Emmitt Smith. I had a little figurine of Emmitt. It was like a 12-inch figurine. I would always play with him. And, I would always, I kind of messed him up because I have him tackling running over other action figures and stuff. So, I mean, my mom still had it. I actually taped his cleats and stuff like that up and everything. So it was real serious.
Wow.
Have you met Emmett?
Yeah, I have. I
Yeah.
have. He probably don't remember though.
Do you still have that figurine? Does that still exist?
Last time I seen it, his leg was gone. But so I don't know if my mom.
It's
Mom's
fixed.
saying she's got
It's
it.
fixed.
Yeah.
Is it here or it's in
Yeah,
Detroit?
it's in Detroit, so.
Here's what I think. If you would ship it down here,
You said ship it down here.
we would absolutely get Emmett to sign it.
For real, that'd be
For
amazing.
Jordan.
For real, no, I
Okay.
can find it for sure.
No, I mean we'll make that. Won't we?
You know what?
make
We'll
that.
get him to sign the leg and the body.
There you
So
go.
I can have two autographs.
So if you
Appreciate
send
that.
it to Jordan,
Appreciate it.
and he'll let Shannon know, and we will get Emmett to sign that figurine for you.
That'd be amazing.
Okay.
That'd be amazing.
Now, were you a Lions fan?
Huh?
I mean, you.
Let's be serious, man. I mean, I was a running back. So like I really honestly I love Emmitt Smith and I love Barry Sanders. Like I loved Barry Sanders to death. Like he was our hometown hero. But like Lions fan, but I mean I loved watching them when they played like Adrian Peterson because he always had a good game.
Okay.
So yeah, that was about it though. So
Okay. We're good. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Send that to him, and we're going to get Emmett to sign it for him. Thank you very much, Colton. Nice job. And
Thank you,
hey,
Colton.
by the way,
Appreciate you.
Colton, how are your grades? Are your grades okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. We just want to make sure. All right, yes, sir. Thanks for waiting.
All right, appreciate it. My question is, well, not my question, I got a statement.
What's your name first?
Galen.
Galen, all right.
Yes. In past years, anytime we have an injury to a player, our team falls apart. We've had several injuries this year so far, and y'all have come together and played fabulous. What's the difference this year and in the past years?
Thank you, Galen, and thank you for the harsh judgment. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, we really have a staff that understands how to teach, each individual and, each individual's, position. And those guys get the most out of them. And as you can see, they're playing at a level that, like you said, we haven't seen for a while. So it starts with, our coaches, Dan Quinn, AD, all of those guys. I mean, they get the job done. Especially, I know you're talking about the D-line for sure, but they're getting the job done. I mean, they have amazing coaching, and those guys are talented too. So, I mean, it's getting the best out of them in each situation.
By the way, if you thought Jourdan had a good game yesterday, and he did, I just finished watching the defensive tape. You ought to see what Dorrance Armstrong did yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
Holy cow.
I mean, he Mr. Consistent. I mean, he's coming along. I mean, amazing. He's always had the talent, but I mean, he's put the work in to get it done.
All right, so have you. Really, from knowing you from the jump, I'm just so proud of
Thank you so
the
much,
player
Brad.
you
Thank you.
are, the year you're having. Shannon, happy Thanksgiving.
You too, Brad.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's Victory Monday.
Let's go.
Enjoy the week, and we will see you in 2 weeks right back here on the Cowboys Hour.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!